Next.
Moving on.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Well, it's my favorite movie.
Well, we've discussed Quentin Tarantino a couple of times.
Yeah, quite a lot.
And I think we don't need to go over everything.
Yeah.
You like Pulp Fiction.
I love Pulp Fiction, yeah.
It was on your 3x3.
I can quote this entire movie. I've seen this more times than I'd like
I
to.
think my favorite is Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, that's up there as well for me. And also Reservoir Dogs is up there for me as well.
Yeah,
really good
it
too.
changes all the time.
I finally managed to watch, because I was only missing one Tarantino movie and I hadn't seen. And I finally watched it, Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight's so good.
actually the only one I haven't seen either.
I was like, I never got around to watching it, and I finally watched it the other day, and I was like, damn, this movie's fucking good.
This is a banger. The Hateful Eight, I think, kind of is, out of every one of his films, is more like Reservoir Dogs, where I watch the Hateful Eight and I'm like, this feels like a stage play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you watch Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards, you're like, okay, this is a feature film. Whereas you watch Hateful Eight and you're like, damn, a stage play.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking amazingly written stage play.
Yeah.
But it is also fantastic as well.
So
I think it's a
good.
little bit long.
Yeah, it's like 3
definitely-
hours.
That's honestly the main reason why I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Because I saw the 3.5 hour runtime and I was
Yeah.
like, that's a doozy. That's,
Yeah. I think out of everything that I've seen from Quentin Tarantino, Hateful Eight was a little bit indulgent. I was like, okay, Quentin is obviously just Tarantino being like, I just want to do things my way. I'm just going to have fun with that shit.
Yeah.
And there are some like really, really good fucking scenes. And everyone has like, I swear, like the most banger dialogue moment in Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah, it is like, I think I've seen someone say like it's like Tarantino's 12 Angry Men.
Yeah.
That's like, it makes sense.
Yeah, that does that very much reminiscent of 12 Angry Men.
Yeah,
The
but
Hateful
it's
Eight.
very, very
oh,
good.
like it's 2 hours 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I gotta watch it. I'll get around to it. I gotta.
I don't know if I even have a favorite Tarantino film anymore, because every so often I just like, sometimes I'm in the mood to watch one of his scenes, right? Sometimes,
Yeah.
I don't know. Quentin Tarantino crafts a scene like no one else.
Yep.
I am waiting, and I'm really, really hoping this will happen, because I think if Quentin Tarantino makes a horror movie, it will be the scariest fucking horror movie of all time. Because he is such a genius at crafting tension in a
It'd be like a
scene.
foot monster.
I know.
We got a workshop. 10 months of feet.
Samuel Jackson's just like, I'm the foot fucking master.
He would definitely be a foot monster.
Yeah, definitely.
It could be any monster, but like I think he's so good at crafting so many different types of scenes, but especially the scenes with like tension where you don't know what's going to happen. Like I rewatched the scene in Inglourious Bastards where oh shit, I guess that's a World War II movie. Shit, I really like that as well. Okay, I forgot. That's loosely a World War II movie.
It's like a fantasy film.
Yeah, that's more fantasy, but the scene where they're just like drinking in that like basement bar.
Dude, that scene is so
The
good.
setup for that scene is so fucking good from beginning to end.
Yep.
And it's like, you wait for so long for the tension to be cut, and then he just builds and builds and builds. And oh my God.
The moment you see that and you just
Oh, hell no. And it's one of the scenes where like the more you watch it, the more you appreciate it as well.
Oh yeah, it's such a good scene.
Yeah.
That's just like that whole attention to detail is so impressive. That's like, that is one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, it's so good. And also Mike Myers was in that film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like really weird.
Randomly.
Yeah, it was very odd, but it was like decent. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I love that film.
So many scenes in Django as well.
Oh yeah. I also rewatched Django the other day too.
Yeah.
And I was
So
like,
good.
every time I rewatch that movie, I'm like, damn, I forget how fucking good this movie is. Like,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is so damn good. And obviously, Christoph Waltz is like insane.
And Leonardo DiCaprio as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
Leo
man.
DiCaprio. Oh my God.
He
Yeah.
completely sells every scene that he's in. Oh, what a
a
fucking
good film.
banger
What a
filmography.
banger movie.
All right.
The only one I haven't seen is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, it's good.
I've seen it. It was good.
It's like you have to. I think to really like the film, you have to be a big fan of Hollywood, which obviously Tarantino loves his history.
I mean, that's one reason I really respect Tarantino as a director, and that's one of the reasons he's my favorite directors. Is because out of everyone, you can just tell Tarantino is just a film nerd. He's just someone, and I've watched documentaries on him growing up. He's just someone who grew up just loving films, and that was it. It's not that he did it to like study film. He just loved films, and he just wanted to make his films his way. And that's why I think every one of his films feels so unique and has something to say, because he always wants to do something different.
Yeah.
And I'm always excited whenever Tarantino makes a film.
All right, what else we got on the top list?
Yeah. The
Lord of the
good,
Rings,
the
Fellowship of the Ring.
bad. We've already talked about Lord of the Rings. The good, the bad, and the ugly at number 10.
I've never watched this.
I've actually never
I have
watched this
seen this
either.
movie because this is one of my dad's favorite movies.
Yeah, I never got into the
Clint Eastwood.
Spaghetti Western is very much this is my dad's favorite movie. He's kind of like
This
films.
is just Western, no?
Huh?
Is it Spaghetti Western or is it just Western?
This is just Western, I think.
Well,
Oh,
Spaghetti Western
technically.
is a kind of like genre film.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay,
it's
okay.
not just Western films.
Yeah, I never really got into these films. I'm sure that it's amazing.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
this
never
one
got
and
into it.
like Fistful of Dollars as well, which is another Clint Eastwood film. They are actually like, if you look at them as kind of like timepieces of like 60s Western films, they're great. They're good fun movies to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood must be so old right now.
Yeah, how old is he now?
He's like 90 something right now,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah. Must be.
He was born in 1930, so he'd be 94.
Holy fuck.
No,
He
yeah.
looks good.
He does look good.
He looks good for 94. What the fuck?
I swear, bro hasn't aged in about 40 years. Like, he just
was
stops
that
aging.
one movie that like it was really popular in the UK, Gran Torino?
Gran
You know the one
Torino,
where, like,
yeah.
I remember that one.
That's
really
a good movie. That's a good
popular.
movie.
That was really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
That
movie.
was really popular. Oh, $1 Million Baby. Yeah, I forgot that was one of his films too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have too much to say about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's a good fun watch.
You think it-
I think, yeah. If you
Is it-
even if you're
it's
not
deserving of like number 10 as the go on, be full film snob.
I personally wouldn't say. I guess like the reason why it might be is because it was the movie that kind of, one, made Clint Eastwood famous, and two, kind of popularized the whole spaghetti western genre, which
Yeah.
obviously went on to influence so many like future directors, like, you know, fucking Tarantino, for instance, who loves spaghetti westerns. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I liked it, but then again, I'm not a huge like western movie fan.
Yeah, no.
Personally.
Yeah.
But it's good fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
It's
we
like
can
Clint
move
Eastwood's
on.
fucking badass in all of his movies, and this is certainly one of them.
We can move on to Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I like this movie, but I don't know why. I feel like about it.
I love this movie.
I don't know why.
I think this. I don't know what this.
It's not even. I don't
See-
even think this is my favorite Tom Hanks movie.
Might not be
this
my
is
favorite
al-
Tom Hanks movie, but
This
Tom
is also
Hanks.
like a film that, like, not to be that guy, but like they would just never make a film like this now. Like right now.
No, that's the thing though,
Yeah.
where I miss films like this.
Yeah,
Because
me
it's
too,
films like
yeah.
this, and I put Shawshank Redemption as in the same kind of like genre or like space as a film like this, where you just don't see films like this anymore.
True.
And I haven't seen a film like this in a long time. And I actually watched Forrest Gump for the first time pretty recently,
That's very good.
2 years ago. And yeah, like I said, it's just a very sincere film. And just seeing the evolution of this guy's life story, very inspiring life story. I don't know. Well acted, well scripted, just a very
Lots
solid
of
film.
quotables too.
Lots of quotables. I didn't realize that the box of chocolate line
Yeah.
came from
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
film.
The fucking, you know what? Actually, the fucking pisses me off. Every like time you get a tourist trap, they have the Bubba Gump shrimp. I fucking hate it. It's so ass.
Well, the restaurant, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
No.
It's cute.
Was Bubba Gump a film before this, a thing before this film?
I have
or-
no idea.
No, I think Baba Gum comes from this film.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I didn't want to say that because I was like I would look dumb as fuck if I'm wrong. But
I'm
that's what I'm pretty sure like,
it's
it comes
from
from
the
right?
film. Yeah.
Are you sure? Because he also there's a point where he was like, and then I bought shares for this fruit company. Turned out to be Apple.
It is inspired by.
Yeah, inspired from the film.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because when you go in, it's like all Forrest Gump stuff.
right.
It's so weird. And every time I see it, I'm like, wow, what a tacky way to but
I mean,
guess
it's
it
still
makes
it's still
sense. I
around.
guess it makes
So
sense.
It's 35 restaurants apparently
That's
all over the world.
crazy.
there's one
Only
in
in-
Japan.
Yeah, it's in
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's in
Tokyo Dome.
Universal as well. There's one in
There's
Universal.
one in Tokyo Dome as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
On God, I would never eat there in Japan.
It's fine. The food's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not going in there though as a fucking Forrest Gump fan.
No.
Is there anything about the film that stands out to you, or
like Shawshank Redemption? I just think I don't know.
Start to finish, it's good. It's just fun.
Can you say something bad about it? Like, do you have any criticisms of it? Because I think when films are on this level, you know, it's less about, okay, is this a good film, and more about
preference.
Does this film appeal to me?
Yeah,
and my
it's
taste?
more about preference.
Because I think there's a quote from Quentin Tarantino that talks about like the perfect film, where, you know, you can say a film is not for you, but there's not really anything you can say to bring it down.
Yeah.
You know? And I think Forrest Gump and a lot of these films in the top 10 definitely go in that category.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
sure.
Where-
I mean, I like it a lot.
Where I think it's fine to say that, hey, I just, you know, maybe it just didn't appeal to me as much, or, you know, I liked it and that was it. But I look at Forrest Gump and I'm like, damn, this is a fucking great film. I think it's a great film.
Yeah.
And even though it's not my favorite, maybe Tom Hanks film or my favorite film in this space, I can't actually say a lot that I can be like,
It's
me neither.
just preference.
you
Just
know?
preference.
It's a good film.
It's just a fucking great film.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I still think it holds up well to this day.
Yeah.
And I would love to see more Hollywood come back and make more films like this, please. I think there is a space for it in modern film, in the modern film space. Not everything has to be has to be Marvel. No, it has to say some grand fucking philosophical message.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a heartwarming film.
Just a good human drama.
A good human drama. And
I
that's
think
it. And that's exactly what this is.
The next one is Fight Club, I think.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Fight Club.
Fight Club. I mean, this is also a genius film.
Have you seen Fight Club, Connor?
Yeah. I didn't know anything about it, so the twist did kind of catch me by surprise.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. It's
What does
great.
it say that...
You can't say this is your favorite film as a guy.
Here's the thing. Seeing the evolution...
Bad vibes.
Seeing,
Bad
seeing,
vibes.
seeing the evolution of Fight Club from like when this first got released to like modern day, to like the modern day landscape has been weird to see. Okay, I will say one thing. This was my favorite movie at one point. I
Okay.
believe I was a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
was, I would say that Fight Club was my favorite film. And I don't know what that says.
You just know when people say that Fight Club's their favorite film, you're like, oh.
Every 16, yeah, I mean, I do agree. Every 16-year-old
Every single-
first heard
yeah,
like
yeah.
rule number one of Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. It's like, yeah.
And to be fair, to this day, I still think Fight Club is an amazing
yeah.
film.
Yeah,
so good.
fucking amazing film, amazing script. Had no idea about the twist as well.
Right.
And that blew my mind as a kid. Having said that, I do think, even if it was like unintentional, holy shit, as a lost 16-year-old boy who was discovering themselves, this film spoke to me in a way that...
You want to be a terrorist?
Yeah, everyone was just like, down with the system.
Yes.
Fuck the government.
Fuck the government.
I'm woke.
Fuck the institutions. Fuck everything. I'm like, yo, this film, masterpiece, baby.
Tyler, be like me for real.
And now growing up, I'm like, damn, Tyler Durden is a very interesting character.
Oh, yeah.
He is a very flawed character. And I think the film is a great criticism of...
Also, David Fincher as a director, he just did so many cool little things in this film where, like, especially the first time you watch it, it's one of those films where it's like the first time you watch it, it seems kind of unassuming and you think you're following like a particular plot. And then when the twist happens and you go back and rewatch it, it's so obvious. And that kind of storytelling is so hard to do.
Well, I think Fight Club... Okay, so I think Fight Club did something that's really, really hard to do. Because sometimes the problem with film twists right now is that it's very rare that you see a film where you can't predict a twist.
Yeah.
Right? And I think what a lot of films do is that they're setting the film up to like a big reveal happening. So modern audiences are like, okay, I'm expecting a twist to happen. With Fight Club, I think the genius thing about this one is that unless you know the twist is there, which you probably do by now because it's fucking Fight Club and it's so old. But unless you know the twist is there, you're not actively looking for one.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the story unfolds and you're just like watching it and you're like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting it. But now that it's there, why didn't I notice
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Damn, whereas as opposed to something like, you know, Shutter Island, which I think is a great twist, but I did kind of see the twist coming for Shutter Island because you're like, okay, I kind of feel like there's a big reveal is going to be happening. And I'm like, it's a great film, but it didn't hit me as blindly as the twist in this movie did. And
it makes me want to rewatch this movie again because I realize I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah,
and I forgot how good it was.
Yeah.
That I wonder if I rewatch it now, will my praises for it still stick, or I might find something new about it.
I have rewatched this, not like super recently, but in like the past few years.
Yeah,
I still think it's fantastic.
Okay.
It was just weird to watch with the new modern climate of like the internet and stuff like that, where specifically this and American Psycho, two movies I fucking adore and really, really love. I see like Tyler Durden in this one, and I'm like, damn, maybe they did too good of a job making him seem really fucking cool, man.
Showing Tyler Durden's Hustlers Academy. It's like, no,
Hustlers Academy.
Maybe we shouldn't do that. All right, let's go on to the next film. Yeah, it is interesting how it's a movie that is so isolated, and then sudden events can happen 20 years later that make you kind of rethink the movie. And you're like,
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's I don't think that's anything that's like. The movie's not any worse for it.
Yeah, no,
it's just weird seeing people's perception.
The conversation changes.
The conversation about the movie just changing from it being like, oh, isn't this a cool movie, to like, this is literally my life and this is my philosophy now and this is how I live my life. And
it's my textbook.
Yeah.
Well,